we hadn't reached a point in our evolution to where we can handle the nature of what to do with fire.
Regard, and he was there when they were making these programmable generated life forms. He's biologically altered.
And I was quite floored and shocked when he actually pointed to me, and he actually came up with my deceased mother's first name. And I was so taken aback and shocked that I didn't actually get to the point of introducing myself. So, but that was enough of a testimony to me to know that that Jonathan, again, has access to dimensions that, you know, I've only read about, basically. So can you please put your hands together for Jonathan?
Shall I say, yes, it's still the morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm sure I didn't catch all of your speech, but I was very much tuned into your energy there. I want to say that's very beautiful. I'm going to be very interested in having a catch up with yourself later. I'm sure we got a lot of things in interest there with the spirit world, the higher beings, and the angelics, very, very much so. So I just wanted to add that in there. Good morning, everybody. Yes, my name is Jonathan Brown. I am a medium. I'm also a medium with the label of being international, and I just sort of throw that in the dustbin. That's the way that I look at it. I work very much with God. God is a label, okay? We all believe different things here in the world. Many of us believe in God or gods in different ways. But I tell you all, having that belief, that knowingness, that faith, that there is a higher being, a power, an entity is a very good thing. Each and every one of you are a spirit and you are divine. All of you down here on earth are like a brotherhood and a sisterhood. There is none of you that are any better or any worse than anybody else. Okay? We are all here in this physical body, in this physical world, in this physical existence to re-understand our spirit in its divinity, to reach that state of enlightenment, and if you may, to understand what we understand to be perfection. But it is not perfection as you would read it in the dictionary, I will add. Okay? If I asked everybody in here to raise your hand if you think you're perfect. Good for you two. I'll catch up with you two later. You can tell me what I'm missing out on. Self-love, I advocate it very much because we are that spirit divine, yes, but we are always reaching that attunement. Okay, very, very much so. So it's that unconditional love that is within us that shines out very, very brightly. And I implore everybody to love yourself, because we do not love ourselves as much as we should love ourselves. We should love the physical body. We should love our emotional self. We should look after our mental self. And we should always love and respect and care for our spirit. Okay, obviously this morning I will be talking more about the spiritual realm in the realm of, as I'm working mediumistically. So I will talk about the spirit. We're here, we're alive in the physical body, and we pass away, we die. We say the word die, death down here on earth, but it's not actually true because we cannot die for trying. We are always alive. What many spiritual people will do is connect with spirit. Okay? I travel around the United Kingdom and I link with the spirit world, and I bring through messages of communication, reassurance, love and guidance from your loved ones, friends, family members, even some of the animal spirits that have passed away to the higher side of life. And I bridge that gap and I give the healing that is needed for both the soul, the person here in the physical world, but also the spirit. Okay, this is very, very important. What I tell people is I am not God's gift. I'm only God's gift in the sense that we are all God's gift. Okay? I'm not any more special than any of you to tap into my abilities or my gifts, to understand who I am, or to work for God or with the spirit world. Okay? We all are a spirit. We all have an energy field. We all have our aura, our auric field. We all have our chakras, or as some would know them to be, the meridians. We all have our psyche, our psychic energy, and mediums will link through that to work with spirit, or the spirit world, okay? I'm going to explain a little bit about the 6 skills or strengths that people have when they're able to work mediumistically. And they are as follows. Clairvoyance is the skill of sight. It's seeing spirit. And as mediums work, this mainly goes into 2 brackets. As well as many other spiritual people will work, if they're linking in with the angels and things like that, they can still tap in clairvoyantly there. But I'm just going to talk on the mediumistic vibration. What will happen for a lot of us, within the third eye, the mind's eye, spiritual energy will project the imagery into the psyche. And the medium or the person will see that and will be able to relay that information back across. So for example, I would be telling you that I see your dad in the world of spirit. I can see that he is 6 foot tall. I can see that he's slightly balding on his head. It works on that premise, okay? Then there's what's known as clear sight. And me or someone else with clear sight would very visually see, even though it's still connected with the psyche, spirit. Now, something I will teach all of you, that spirit energy in their simplest form are orbs. It's what we call orbs. They're very circular, okay? This is one of the most common ways that they come through. But energy can change, and energy can constantly change itself. It can come in wisps, it can come in sparkles, it can come in waves, it can come in manifestations, it can transpose itself. Energy can change. But I give the orbs because what's very common now, we're tending to find lots of people will see orbs. Little flicks at the corner of their eye, or bigger orbs. I've seen them the size of golf balls, apples, bigger than my head, bigger than my body. They're quite common now in a lot of photographs. It's really coming up in photographs and lots of media, okay? Different colours of energy will come with spiritual energy as well. I've had the whites, the reds, the greens, the pinks, the blues, even the blacks. Okay, it's all the energy that will come there. So this is the clairvoyance. The clairaudience is what we call the skill to hear the spirit world. This is how we get the communication through the hearing. Although I grab my ear, the hearing is done here, okay? We all work off vibrations and vibrational frequencies. So depending on our own attunement and our own vibration and that contact with the spirit that we're connecting in with at that time is how clear that level of communication is. Such as how clear the sight would be, or the feeling, or the sensation, okay? So for example, people will know when I'm a medium, I'm working with the spirit world, I work on a reasonably high frequency. I won't say that I'm on the strongest frequency in the world because I've seen more outstanding mediums than myself. And everyone's pathway is one of growth, okay? But I am reasonably good. A teacher explained to me many years ago that if we imagine a radio wave, okay, when we're tuning in, when we're tuning into the spirit world or other spiritual beings, for many of us when we first start out, we're on a kind of AM frequency. And we all know that an AM frequency isn't the best. And it gets interfered with a little bit, and it gets a little bit scatty. You might get the sports channel coming in at times when it shouldn't do, okay? Then we move up to an FM frequency. Now, an FM frequency is a lot better, it's a lot clearer, we shouldn't be having as many problems with the communication. But then we can go higher to that, and we can go to a digital frequency. A digital frequency would be crystal clear. There would not be a lot of communication error or problem there in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so I'm just trying to explain to you all the difference of waves and frequencies and how we tune in and link with the world of spirit or spiritual energies. Now, clairsentient, or what's known as clairsentience, which is one I promote that all of you have on a base level very, very strongly. And this is only my opinion, I cannot factually prove this, but from the people that I meet in the world, they tend to be more in tune clairsentiently. Even when I meet the non-believers and the agnostics and things like that, okay? It's because from here, our solar plexus, this is our universal life force energy. This is in connection with God, the higher self, the universe, one another. And when we work with the spirit world or the spiritual energies, we will feel the connections come in with our aura, our auric field, and we will feel lots of things here. I'll teach everybody a little tool. It's a very good tool. I've been teaching people this for years. Now, as human beings, we live within a physical world where we have the mind that rules the head. We have the heart that is filled with emotion, but we have the stomach. And the stomach, the universal connection, the gut feeling is never wrong. Ever. This is 100% right and accurate. I'm sure all of you in your lifetime have had a feeling something bad is going to happen, but you can't explain it, yeah? Some of you? Yeah? And have you then been right with your feeling? Or have you met someone before and on the surface you think that they're a nice person, but something's telling you that actually there's something about their energy and it's not very good in your direction, and later you find out you were right? This is what comes in from the solar plexus energy. Very, very much so. When we're working with the spirit world, and I may even give a couple of messages, we'll see sort of how we go to time and things. These would be the more common feelings that we get when we have the spirit world coming in around us. So this would be your loved ones, family members, friends, or animals passed away to the world of spirit. The most common ones are as follows. This shiver down the back of your spine like someone's walked over your grave. A feeling that only happens across the face is what I call a cobweb, a tinkly feeling coming in and coming across, okay? Something that only happens when people sit down. There's no official terminology for it, so I call it shaky leg. It doesn't happen when you stand up. When you sit down, spirit will come in, all of a sudden this starts happening and then it stops, okay? Similarly with body, we can have temperature change. So this is temperature change to do with your aura field, and the energy coming in. So when we work with the spirit world, when I'm talking, explaining about the mediumistic link, when spirit tends to come around you, we either go very, very cold or very, very hot. When I tend to work with higher energies such as the angels, the angelics, or the ascended masters, things like that, I tend to find the energy is more warmer and it's a higher frequency. I don't know if you agree with that. Very good. There we go. So you've got a second-hand opinion. It's always good to have one. When spirit come in, again, just briefly, I'm the temperature that I am now. They could come in, I could go freezing cold, they could go away. Or what else is familiar, sometimes we walk into a room and the room is a certain temperature, but if I stood exactly here, I go freezing cold. As soon as I move out of it, I'm back to normal state of temperature. That's because that energy is there. The other ones are numb sensations and feelings going across the body, and then all sensation coming back, and also pins and needles effect and feeling coming on our body. And again, not that you're lying on anything or anything like that. This is the connection with the spiritual energy coming in there. We have what came more recently into the field, what's known as claircognience. Okay, claircognience is supposed to be a natural understanding intuitively, but through the logical. Okay, very, very much so. And in essence, that's being accurate all the time with your logic being tuned in to your higher self, with your intuitive. Personally, I think a man come to the realization of that because they feel it's only in men, and I disagree with that. Okay, so I want to say it's as much with the ladies as it is the gentlemen. Then we have the clairalience. Okay, clairalience is smell. When spirit have passed away, what you must understand, they may not be in this physical world in existence with us, but they are right there next to us on a different vibration, on a different spiritual plane, and they are able to cross over into our plane with their energy and their vibration, as much as mediums are able to link into that plane. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's had, for example, mother or nan passing away. She's been gone a couple of years. You walk home one day and in the living room you smell that exact French perfume that she used to smell. That specifically you had to go to London to go buy because it's the only place that you could get it. Nobody uses it. That's her letting you know that she's there around you. Other smells are things like tobaccos, jobs that they used to do. I've had spirit coming through and letting me know that the gentleman used to work in a sewage plant. They do it in many ways to get across the communication that they are there and that they are around. Okay. The other one that we have is what's known as clairgustance, and this is taste. Spirit is actually able to put taste on our physical mouth or add that to our physical senses, so we know that they're there again. And the example that I use, it's not the best one, but it's my best way of explaining it, is we all remember crazy Nanny Elizabeth that used to make beetroot, cucumber and cheesecake. Okay? Now you only ate that once in your life and you love going around her house, but you didn't like eating that for dessert. Okay? Now she's been gone away 3 years, you come home one day, you taste that in your mouth. Okay? You know that that is her there with you in the world of spirit. Okay? Other ways that we communicate with spirit and the higher planes is when we sleep. Because what actually happens when we sleep, the physical body that we live in shuts down, the etheric part of our spirit returns to the higher side. We may be connected directly back with God or in the higher heavens, or with our loved ones or friends, family members in the world of spirits, or even up with the angels, the angelics. Okay, we have the necessary communication that our soul, our spirit needs. Okay, there is no concept of time in the higher energies and the higher realms. We only understand time down here on the earth plane. But how the physical body works is, because I tell people we're made up of 3 core components. We have the physical body, we have the mind, which is an organ, but it's a tool that connects our spirit to our body, and we have our spirit, which is divine. So all that energy and communication is pulled back down, and it filtrates through the mind. Now the mind itself within the physical body very much acts like a camera or a camcorder. So all that information, it's like feeding it back through a computer and saying, right, we need to sort of put that back like this because that's how you'll understand it, and put this back like this so that's how you'll understand it. Or sometimes people get the prophetic dreams and visions and they'll filtrate through very much in the same way. Okay, and I give the example that if we have a lady down here on the earth plane, she's very worried about her earthly physical life because she can't pay the bills, she can't pay the mortgage, and finances have been a problem for a couple of years. She keeps having a repetitive dream. She goes up and in sleep state, what she remembers as a dream in the morning is that she's being chased around by a 50-foot spider. Okay? It doesn't mean she's going to wake up in the morning and alien spiders have landed. What it means is it's the manifestation there, the worry, the fear, the concept, the money. And that's how it filtrates back down through. That is my example. Okay, that's why there are a lot of people in the world that can do dream interpretation. Okay, very, very much so. If you're to read dream books or meet practitioners or consultants who can look at that for you, and that's if you don't look at that for yourself. Okay, first and foremost, what I explain to a lot of people, because we are all on our own individual pathway here in life. Okay, as I explained earlier, we're all the same, we're all of God, we're all that spirit divine. It's a journey of understanding yourself. When you understand who you are and why you are here, your life will open up in ways that you can't even imagine. Okay? There is a spirit, a power, a love that is so unconditional in each and every one of us. It is the most joyous, beautiful, and powerfulest thing in the whole entire world. There is no such thing as I can't, or it cannot be do, or that's not possible. Because everything is possible with love, that unconditional love, through God, if you want to say God. You are all God. Yes, we all have an ego, and I'm not talking about the ego self. The ego, the shadow part of ourself, is part of us here that is also on that journey of enlightenment. And when we all go through the stages of truly understanding that, for many of us will come a point on our pathway where we go through what many will refer to as a dark night of the soul. And the dark night of the soul is not all these big bad ugly things coming out of you. It's in ways the big bad ugly part of yourself which you need to love, which you need to understand, which you need to nurture, which you need to understand is divine, will come into alignment, come into that attunement with yourself, and you will grow more as a spiritual being of light. So I'm giving you a bit of vary here this morning about things that I'm trying to teach you, because it's all important, and I appreciate on a day like this there are people coming here for different things, very, very much so. You'll all be coming from different fields, different areas of interest, but we all have a common interest and a common unitedness here, so we're all coming together for the spiritual collective. And this is what we are here for. Many of you would have heard before of the terminology light workers, light beings. This is what we are. I am simply a light. People can put all the labels on me in the world. I'm a medium, I'm an international medium, I'm an angel communicator, I'm a healer, blah blah blah. Yes, I'm all those things down here in the physical world, but I am just unconditional love. This is all I am, and this is all I'm ever going to be. And this is all I'm ever going to do for each and every one of you. And I hope I inspire you. I hope I put a little extra spark within yourself of yourself so you can be the best that you can be, so you can shine as brightly as you can, and through that you understand yourself more and you pass that on to all the others that need that down here. Now many of you will be aware that down here in this earthly existence, lots of us are getting it wrong. Okay? The world should be about love, helping each other, healing, a unitedness, that brotherhood, that sisterhood. Look at what's going on. Look at all the fighting, look at all the wars, look at all the problems. It's not good, but this is why we're here. Souls like me, and I'm not the only one. You're all here as well. We're here to help. Help those in need, help with that healing process, help shine that light, set that example, help show people the way that they should be going, getting people in touch with their soul, their spirit, and their heart. There's just the words I wanted to share with you all. So it explains a little bit about me, where I come from, what I know, and what I do for the spirit world and the other energies. I'll open the floor up to a couple of questions. I always like to do this. We'll have a little bit of a spiritual Q&A. If I can answer your questions, I will. If I don't know, I will tell you that I don't know, but I probably know someone I can put you in the direction of who will know if it's not my field. And then if I get a little inkling, we'll see if time allowing, I may go into a couple of messages. So, does anybody have any questions, please? This is the opportunity to ask anything spiritually related, about the afterlife, about the spirit world. What's your name?
My name is Anne.
Anne? Jonathan. Yes, Anne. Thank you very much.
Do you teach people who are discovering that they're developing gifts like clairaudience?
Very much so, yes. I've been taught by many people. I myself will continue to be taught by many people. But yes, part of the journey is helping people to open up and grow themselves. So many ways that I would help people now. I would run workshops. I used to run regular circles, but my pathway's changed. I'm touring, so I don't have the same time for commitment there, so they're having a break until I'm back off tour. There's lots of ways that we would give that knowledge of. We teach people first and foremost to understand who they are and why. Why are they the being that they are? Why are they going to do the work that they are going to do? The answers should very much come from the heart, the soul in form of service, to help people, to give, to have the love, the compassion, rather than to stand on stage in front of starry lights and things like that. I've had many answers over the years. Yes, we sit, we help people. There's lots of ways we can do it, through support, through giving knowledge, through workshops. There's so many ways. Yeah, and I'm very good at giving advice to people if you're wanting to know where to go to get help for those things. Yeah, okay. It's not been fitting for you. Okay. I'm a very great knower, not just a believer, that when the pupil is ready, the teacher comes in. And I'm also a knower that the teacher learns off the pupils as well. Okay, everything's connected there. For those of you wanting to look at, let's say, your mediumistic abilities and possibly your psychic abilities, certainly throughout the United Kingdom we have lots of spiritual centres and churches. Okay, our church circuit, and church won't be for everybody, I will add. We have the SNU, which is the Spiritualist Nationalist Union, which is the largest administrative spiritual body within the United Kingdom. We also have the Greater World Christian Spiritualist Churches. We have the Christian Spiritualist Churches. We have the Independent Spiritualist Churches. We have the Progress Spiritualist Churches. Then we have spiritual centres. We also have now a lot of spiritual centres that are opening up on the angel vibration. Okay, so angel centres, angel churches. So there'll be places and centres like that where you will be able to go. They're pretty much in most town or city apart, really, driving distance. I can literally do my job 20 minutes every day in either direction, up and down the country. So they're not far to go to. Most of them will run weekly things such as a service in the week, a divine service, which is still worshipped, but again, not everybody's on the church side of things. And they will run development circles. Okay, they either run an open circle for people that are practicing, where you'll be able to stand up, practice the things that you've been developing, giving messages, linking in with the world of spirit. But more so, we'd look at starting off with what we call a kind of closed group. Okay, so maybe like a beginner circle or a more advanced circle. I don't take really much to the word of advanced or beginner or anything like that, but they would use those labels and terminology. But they would be places that you could sit, bring your energy, sit in the power, learn to open up, learn to ground, learn to understand yourself, learn to pick up when you're picking up clairsentient energy or clairaudience or clairvoyance, and start your beautiful journey. Okay? Other ways of doing it for people that don't really go to the church side of things, because obviously within the world there's a big stigma with religion. Okay? I'm very much a believer that my church is the world and everybody in it. I am a medium and I am a spiritualist. I believe with the spiritualist religion 100%, but my belief has always been a little bit more above and beyond that. So I tell everybody I am a medium first, I am a spiritualist second. Okay? Very, very much so. But for everybody else, If you're not drawn to go to the church way, we would then have people outside of churches, possibly mediums, communicators, that will run groups from their home or centres. That would be your other option to go there. Or otherwise, you're then looking at coming to places like this and sitting in workshops with people, be it afternoon workshops, hour workshops, weekend workshops. Across the country now, there's many places you can go for 4 days, 5 days, the week, a month. There's even courses that will take you off into Europe for 3 weeks. There's Stansted down in London, which is the Arthur Findlay College. There's so much stuff out there, okay? So you just have to get out there, ask upstairs where you need to go, and you will be drawn there, very, very much so. Jolly good. Okay, and you will get many answers today, I'm sure you will. So there's lots of ways. We can also now, we can do a lot online. The internet. I have a kind of, I don't take to the word hate, but I have a love-hate relationship with the internet because I love it. It's a good thing, it's a good tool. We have all this information, knowledge and power at the end of our fingertips. I just don't like the energy that's put out there in a negative sense. I believe it should all be positive. Google should be Google with love. That was how I would take it, okay? But there's lots of resources out there. You can read, you can do online study, you can do video conference, teaching, learning. We live in a media-packed world now, okay? Very, very much so. Other ways that we can learn, a very old-fashioned way, which is coming far beyond and far beyond swept under the carpet, is good old books. Books are wonderful. Books have always been one of the biggest knowledge centres that we have down here that have been filtrated through humankind, okay? You can learn pretty much anything through a book. If you have a good understanding of yourself, you work in a comfortable and safe environment, you can start to learn. I promote to everybody to meditate. Meditate is a very, very good thing. It helps you understand your own power, the powers that you sit with, and helps you raise your energy and your vibration. The only advice that I give to people, though, if you have no experience of meditating at all, ever, I usually advise people to go and get some experience sitting with somebody else first. Even if it's just the once. Get used to that. And then you can sit there for yourselves, okay? But anyway, me or anyone else can give you all the advice till the cows come home. It's about trusting yourself on your own journey. Very, very much so, okay? So there's lots of ways out there you can get that information. So, thank you very much for your question. I hope that's helped. Okay, anybody else? We'll have a couple more, and then I may see if anybody wants to come in and if I have any messages to give. What's your name?
My name's Sarah.
Sarah. Hey, Sarah.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too.
I'm 34 years old, and when I sleep, I travel.
Okay, astral travel?
Yeah. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's not. And then sometimes when I wake up, when I'm still asleep in the middle of the night, I'm awake. Sometimes I sort of bring people with me, but I can't seem to communicate with them. But they're sort of there, but they weren't there in the beginning when I went to sleep.
Yeah.
And then what I have to do is, I know they're not going to go out of my bedroom. I have to just put up with it and hope that they get tired and they go. I also have another thing. Most of my life this has happened. It drove me to the point where I actually thought I was mentally ill.
Okay.
What it is it could be the name of a company, it could be a song, it could be any information whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's in. I know.
Oh yeah, you get
and then the next day, it comes out. It's there.
Yeah.
It's never been heard of before, and I don't know how it got into me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget it. I can't explain it or prove it because I can't remember it.
Okay.
I know the feeling.
I'll go to the latter part of your question first. It's a very poignant one. I'm glad you brought it up. See, we all live in this world. We all live in our own bubble whilst we're here, okay? We see everything that we see, and we hear, and we smell, and we feel. But how much do we really tap into those senses? We're all sitting in this room now, and I see it, but this feels very different than this feels, and this feels. This is what I'm trying to get at, going into your senses. The world, the universe, is like a matrix system in many ways, shapes and forms, and the higher beings have many ways of getting messages out to us. It just doesn't have to be directly from...
Sometimes I feel used like I'm a vessel.
We're all vessels and channels in some way, shape or form.
There's a table up there. So remember that film Beetlejuice?
Yes, I do.
Remember when the baseball players and they're dead and they arrive up there, and you've got that old woman, she's got the table, and they say, who are you, what can we do? She says, I'm your boss, just line up, I'll deal with you in a minute.
Yeah.
And they don't actually realise realise that they did. Well, I feel like that I'm that woman, and that table is in my head, that table, and that's where all that information in the world is just flying through my head.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I will then go to that in a minute, but I'll go back to where I was going, then I'll go there, then I'll go to the start of the message. So, with the messages, okay, the universe is able to give us messages in many ways, shapes or forms, in our dreams, in our daily life, through spirit connections, all those sorts of things. I'll use an example from my own life. I've had a mediumistic gift and ability since I was very, very small. I used to have imaginary friends as I thought that they were. As I grew up, I used to see things and hear things that nobody else did. It used to scare me, it used to frighten me because I didn't understand. I used to run away from it for a very long time. God, and I refer to God as God for me personally, had to get it in my head that it was real and I wasn't going crazy. Very, very much so. It was my personal journey for that to happen. When I was very much going through the stages of understanding that I was a medium, because this is very much what I am, and again it's just a label, but for me to really get that ingrained in my soul to the point where I am now who I am doing what I do, they had to hit that message home to me absolutely everywhere, right? Okay, I'd be walking in the supermarket, get me stuff, looking at my shopping list, they would move my head. I'd look at the bread, it'd be Hovis medium bread, right? I'll be in my shower at my mum's and it'd be medium on the shower. Okay, I'd be looking for, I'm quite a big guy, I'd be looking for large shirts, all I'd find is medium clothes in the rack. Right, okay, this is the way that they would come through. The signs are always there. So that just gives you the answer to the first bit that you ask, because you're aware you get these things, but you're still a bit, is it me or is it, yeah, okay, so that's the first one. Going back to the other one about being a channel and a vessel, yes, you're right, okay, if we're between one realm and this realm, and you're this little light, imagine you're a light bulb, as soon as you ping and go on, everyone from those planes can see your light and go, woo, okay, there's a light, we can use this light, we can come through this light. She can, for example, she can tell me, oh, I'm granddad here, and I passed away 2 weeks ago, and I need to pass this message on to my son. Or the angels may actually be drawn to you and be able to come through, and need to know that they were the one that left the feather when they took your mum up to the spirit world, or whatever it may be. So we can all act as these lights, okay? So very much, if you're having a problem or difficulty with it, which many people do, people like me can help you to turn it on and off. And that is possible, and it's a good thing also. I can't be open and in tune 24/7. Yes, I have a very high vibration in some way I am, but I love dead people. Not many people say that they love dead people. I do, I spend my life with them. But I couldn't be open to them 24/7, okay? I'll work for them as much as I possibly can, but I am here having my journey, my growth, my enlightenment, and I also have to look after my physical body, okay? That's important. Yeah, people have a lot of problems, sleeping problems, problems with weight, fatigue, nervousness, all sorts of things, okay? It's because we're open spiritually and linked into higher spiritual energy, whereas the physical body, yes, we're made for that, but we're also made here for the physical existence and the physical life. So you have to know when to switch on, it's okay, switch off, it's my time, okay? So that goes into that part, okay? First part of your question was going into astral travel. A lot of people have, again, I've already talked about the etheric part of the spirit, leaving every night, and there's many different jobs and tasks we have. We have things to do in spirit world, even when we're here in the physical, as much as we have tasks to do here spiritually in the physical world. So I know many people that astral travel and heal. I know many people that are out there on the front fighting, as they see it, very, very much so, with all the spiritual energy. I know people that have to go up and bring those souls and connections back down here for their loved ones. There's lots of things. So in your way of giving it, call it like Goldie Hawn, Whoopi Goldberg in the film Ghost, yeah? You're like that lady there, and they're all wanting to come through to you, and for you place above your head there, okay? I don't know if we're literally making plans to move with the house, or move with the job.
There's movement in every sphere.
Right, it's fine, because they're giving me the movement, and they're the two areas I really want to go. But the biggest one they link it in with, they say, is with your own spirit.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful, because they show me all the energy that's coming in there, okay? And there was a lady who's coming in, she's bringing me lilies, the flowers.
That was her favourite.
Thank you very much. And I also have roses, but I feel you want to pass the roses on to Mum. Very, very much so. Thank you very much. Okay. I have a gentleman by the name of Arthur that would link here in from the world of spirit, please. But Arthur, to me, you will not know about, or Mum will know about Arthur in the world of spirit. So this is something you can go away and check. This is an older connection, and he was connecting around your father.
Okay.
Okay. Very, very much so. So that's something you can go away and check.
Okay.
Okay. I know that they're happy with the way you are and the way that things going on there. There will be relationship for you, please.
What say again?
There will be relationship for you, please.
There is a relationship.
No, there's a relationship For you, please.
What do you mean?
You're in a relationship, please.
I am.
Yeah, they're telling me you're in a relationship. I'm telling you, they're talking about the relationship side of things, okay? And you're happy in a relationship.
Yes.
Which is good, because not everybody is, okay? This is where she's really bringing in her energy. Now, you understand her relationship with Grandad, please.
The lady's relationship with Grandad.
Your mum's relationship with Grandad, yeah?
Grandad is my dad's dad.
Yeah?
And Grandma's my mum's mum.
Yeah. But you understand the relationship, please?
No.
Not separate. So I'm talking about mum's mum here.
Yes.
She was of a good relationship.
Yes.
This is what I'm trying to say to you. She's happy you have the same thing.
Okay.
You have good relationship, okay? There's been one previously that hasn't been as good, I feel.
My mum, yes.
Yeah, okay, but with yourself, please.
Yes, in the past, but not for a long time.
Doesn't matter if it's a long time or not, she knows she's happier that you're with the one that you are now rather than the one previously that caused all the problems.
Yes.
Okay, very, very much so. Okay. We've also got a cat here in the world of spirit, please.
Cat.
I'm like a gingery, whitey coloured cat here that I've got linking in as well.
Yes.
Okay, 3 goldfish, so somebody kept fish when they were younger, please.
Several fish.
Thank you. I've also got 2 hamsters here in the world of spirit, and someone had a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Spirit coming around actively around you, they make the lights go quite a lot. They like to interfere with the electrical things within the physical world, okay? The biggest two that you should look for is the television and the lights, because this is the way that they're coming through, okay? Mum's mum is telling me that she's sending mum healing at the moment, please. Okay, and you're aware that mum is in need of the healing. Thank you very much, okay. Okay, they're very excited about this weekend and what's happening tonight, please.
Okay, concert with musicians.
Oh, it's fine. They're telling me they're happy about what's going on tonight. I know I have to say it's tonight, okay? I feel she's saying you're literally going to wipe the floor. So to me that you're going to do very, very well, okay? Do you do the piano, please?
I do, but I also sing.
Right, okay. She shows me the piano. I noticed the singing as well, that's fine. She gives me that, okay? But I have somebody here in the family that would have put their fingers to the piano, please.
All of us.
That's fine. So she's telling me about the pianos and people within the family putting their hands to it, okay? So they want me to give you a specific piece of music. Now you would understand this better than me.
Okay.
They have to work with my mind, which is not as easy because I'm not that musically effective. If that helps. You understand significance with that song?
I used to play that when I was growing up.
Thank you very much. That's the memory link, the connection, and I gave it as best as I could. That's the one that they wanted to bring, okay? And as I'm coming in your direction, they're talking about a wedding that's coming up, please.
A wedding?
Yes, this isn't with you though, but this is with the family or off the family, please. And this is not this year, it's next year. We're going to look for the July month, if you don't understand that.
Okay.
Now, please see where that comes in, okay? She's also telling me there's a little girl that's about to be born into the physical world, please.
Okay.
If this is again known of yet or not, and this will be the next edition coming, okay? And you've very much got to look to the September month for that.
Okay.
Okay? Very clear as spirit. I give this to people a lot, I see them later down the line, they go, ooh, are you right? And I say, no, I wasn't in spirit. So that's what you've got to look out for there, okay? I know she's coming around again, very much she was around at Christmas time. Christmas time's important. From spirit, she was around at Christmas time. As you understand Christmas time down here.
Okay.
Go back sort of 2 months, okay?
I got a little girl dog.
I'm moving away from the kid thing. She's just bringing her energy, so I want you to know I was very much around you and the family over the Christmas time. Okay, and I believe you would have all come together or connected at the Christmas time, please. Do you understand that?
I think so.
Do you remember what you did at Christmas?
Yes, I did. I was with family.
Yeah, this is what she's telling me. I was coming around you all when you came together and you connected over the Christmas time, okay? Because there's been 1 or 2 Christmases where you haven't all been able to come together.
Okay.
So it was nice for this one that you were, and they were all there linking in from the world of spirit as well, okay? Do you have the ring, please?
I don't have a ring on.
Do you have a ring? Because she's talking to me about a ring.
My wedding ring's at home.
Okay, it's really important. Let's hope you're behaving yourself today then. That's my sort of humour.
Sorry.
Get used to me, I'm from Bristol. But she's talking about the ring, and I think she's very happy about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's important to her, that's why she wants to bring it in, okay? Mum should have her ring, please.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, she's talking about mum having that, okay? There's a photo that your mum has of this lady that you should see from time to time, please. Don't know if it's on the wall or in a photo book or something like that. You understand that?
A picture of my grandma?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, because she's talking about that, okay?
Yes.
She likes the way she looks in that photo.
Oh.
She's very well kept.
Yes, she
Very
is.
much lady of decorum
Yes.
is your grandma. Very, very much, very polite lady as she's coming through. She's standing next to me, she's around you. She's going to give you the hugs, give you the love and all the
Yeah.
blessings there, okay?
Yeah.
And she just wants me to tell you that you're her angel, okay?
Oh.
Carry on with the music always, because that's been your soul since you were little.
Right.
Okay? You understand all that?
Thank you.
I leave you all their love, light and blessings and say God bless. Thank you very much. I do believe I'm going to come to the gentleman that asked me the question. I'm very sorry, when I do this I'm terrible with names. I know you introduced yourself a moment. Tony. Okay, now I come to you please, Tony. Thank you very much. As I'm in your direction, I have quite a big gentleman behind you here in the world of spirit, okay? He's not the biggest, but he's got I want to say he's naturally broad-shouldered. You understand this, okay? I know with this gentleman as he's coming in, I'm on the family side. I'm a family connection as I'm coming in here. I'm somebody very close to you, okay? I know that I was quite a tough bloke with my spirit whilst I was here, and he tells me I found life quite hard, but I dealt with it. You understand that? This is the way that he's coming in. I very much feel I'm going off fatherly energy and link here as I'm bringing in the gentleman. It doesn't mean it's dad. That can then go granddad or around there, okay? Because I know as he's bringing in memories of from when you were little, from when you were younger, okay? You've always been a bit of a cheeky chappy. Everybody else can give the validation for you, that's absolutely fine, because this is what he's telling me, but it's always in a good way. It comes across from your heart, from your soul, okay? He's telling me I have to go back 15 years with you, because 15 years changed your life. You understand that? Very, very much so, okay? And what a good change that was. You've always been a good guy anyway, and you've always been going forwards, but spiritually you've grown so much in that 15-year period, okay? And he says you're now using your voice. So you're putting your messages across and out there, okay? You have quite a large family that are passed away to the world of spirit, please. Because I've got lots of people coming in, and there's quite a strong section of males passed away to the world of spirit. Slightly more so than there are ladies. I'm going to tip the balance just ever so slightly. You come from that family, okay? There is also a friend here that passed away. If my interpretation is correct, I feel you know someone who took their own life, please. This is not a family member. I have somebody that we've known here. I want to go back some years. You understand the gentleman that took his own life, please? It's a male that I have.
Also, people who take their own life used to be friends of my family.
Right, okay. I've definitely got as a friend link coming in. I know with this person, bless him, he hung himself.
Right.
This is how he's showing me. And I don't have a problem with him showing me because that's just his evidence and I can pass that across to you, okay? Since he's been in the world of spirit, the gentleman, I'll then come back to the family, he's been able to be happy back within his own soul and spirit, but help people in ways that he couldn't do down here because he had a lot of problems, and that was to do with his growing up, his childhood, and there was dad issues there was male issues there, okay, and you understand the connection from going back younger, okay? Going back to the family there now, as the gentleman's coming in, he's the one that keeps tapping you on the head or making the hairs go back up on the back of your neck, please. You should get that feeling sensation come in. It won't be all of the time. That's his way of coming through and saying, I'm here. I know with the gentleman now that he wouldn't have believed in this sort of stuff. Not in the way that I understand it and you understand it. And if anything, he would have thought it was a bit voodoo and stuff like that from what he tells me, which obviously it's not, okay? You also have a sibling in the world of spirit, please. But with the sibling in the world of spirit, this is a sibling that didn't come into the world. So I'm giving you that mother didn't conceive a child, because this is the way I've got the energy coming in. If you have knowledge of that, please, you do. Thank you very much. And I know that this will actually be sister to you in the world of spirit. So if you ever get the message again coming through, I want you to know that very, very much so, okay? Right, as the gentleman's coming forward, more so, the message I have to give to you is, for you this year, he says stand up. This year is about you standing up and getting out there. It's about getting yourself out there. It's about understanding your own power and your own voice, because you do, but you still keep yourself back sometimes with that. You understand that. You have something to do on a website, very, very much so. Okay, if you don't have one now, you need to get one, because he's showing me that, and this is going to be one of the ways that you'll get your messages out there. Okay, you're going to be going to London, because they show me you going to London, and this is either work or spiritually and work connected. Okay, look for the September month for that to come in, please. Okay, it's daffodils, the flowers that I have to give you. Okay, but these are to be passed on. This is for your solar plexus. This is for the energy and the upliftment, the exuberance, the life. This is what they say. Okay, and they're happy as he stands forward that you have the life in you again that you lost. You understand that, sir? Thank you very much. Okay. I know as he's coming in and everybody else, there's a couple of friends also here in the world of spirit that have just passed. I have a gentleman here that passed away in a motor accident, please. I want to go back 25 years with that, or just before that. We want to go back to your younger years, please. Okay, sometimes we don't connect straight away. You may go away and check. I know I'm going back about 25 years here. With the gentleman, I'll tell you what he looks like. He's about 6 foot. He's slim, or of a slimmer stature, quite tall. I'm a gentleman of a, if politically correct, I can say a darker skin is the way that I will say with the gentleman. And I have connections more so from your past growing up. And I went in, to me it shows me it was a car and a lorry, and that's how he went to the world of spirit. Okay, so maybe check with some of your friends there to get that connection in. Okay. You should keep something important in your pocket, I feel. I feel they're alluding to that you keep a little a charm or a trinket or something like that, please.
Not really, I always may want to please.
Right, do you keep something in there then? Because they're alluding that you've got something important.
Not an amulet or anything like that, just my phone and my keys.
No, it's not what they're trying to show me. Then at home, please, sir. It's like I've got one little thing that's important.
I've got an altar that has various items on there.
Okay, it'd have to be one thing more important than everything else, though. It's like I want to go to something small. Okay, I won't make the link fit if I got it slightly wrong. But I know I'm still here with the gentleman and everyone else around you in the world of spirit, okay? Now, Tony is also a name you understand elsewhere, please. They're writing Tony above your head. Okay, please have a think, because there's another Tony connection there, even if it's an Anthony, but again it's Tony. They say your name is there twice. Okay, so think who that fits with. Okay. See if there's anything else I have to give you. Okay, Spirit are just saying the robin. Now, spirit, as we talked about earlier, come through in many ways and shapes and forms. But when you see the robin, and the robin doesn't just have to come at Christmas time, for you, linking here from the gentleman, that's a very important message from you from the world of spirit. You understand that, sir? Thank you very much. With that, they're going to stand behind you, they're going to leave you all that love. Know that they're there, they're very proud, and keep going forwards in life. Be happy, open your heart, as you've been doing, and carry on with it. And with that, I say God bless. Okay, thank you very much. You want golf? I can, whatever you want.
Okay, well, my suggestion is that, Jonathan, are you happy to be in the King's Room then and do one-to-ones with
I am doing one-to-ones today, yeah. Okay, I'll just thank everybody. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for listening to me talk. I hope you've all learned something today. I hope I've passed on some knowledge. I hope I've passed on that bit of light. I thank everyone else who's also shared with me. There are many of you I know I want to catch today, because there's some very interesting spiritual beings in here, as you all are. Yes, I will do some one-to-ones today. I'm not working intrepidly, but if anyone does want to see me, come see me. If you want to chat, come and have a chat, anything like that. To the rest of you, enjoy the rest of your day. Go and make your spirit alive. Learn, feel, grow, love and live. And from me I say God bless. Thank you.